Hi everyone. I know it's been ages since I uploaded something. I hope you stayed, and I'm glad that you stayed. Like all of my subscribers, you stayed, even though I was not uploading anything. Here's my coffee, by the way. So, adulting happened. That's the very first reason that I actually stopped uploading because I couldn't find time. So, in my recent video, you must have the last I uploaded, I mean, you must have seen that I shifted to this new city and I was doing my master's. So I actually got caught up with my master's. Then after that, I started preparing for this one exam which makes you eligible to be an assistant professor. And I prepared for that and I qualified it. Then, thinking that I'm lagging behind, I immediately applied for a job, gave my first interview, and then I got a teaching job, which I'm glad that I got, but it did show me the reality of being an actual adult where you're in a new city, you're doing job, you have work to do, you have so many kids to manage, and then after you come back from all of those things, you come back home and then you have to decide what to eat next, especially when you don't know what to cook. I mean, how to cook. It's a next level struggle, okay? So then coming back home, thinking what to cook, then finding the easiest recipe to make this and that. You just exhaust yourself and then you sleep. Initially, I was trying to be okay with it. I used to think it's okay, adulting is happening. But then gradually, I realized that I'm giving up on everything. Everything that I used to do, like reading, painting, and making content, and then gardening, so many stuff. And I just realized that I've given up on them because I am exhausted all the time. Then after some time, I decided that I'm not gonna give up on reading. 2026 is the year where I was like, no, I am reading. Every month, I'll read something, I'll read some books. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I read Morisaki Bookshop, if I'm pronouncing it right. I read those two books, both of them actually. And then I picked this one, The Stranger. No, I think I picked this recently. Anyways, I finished it. I reviewed it on my Insta. Then I also read this Steal Like an Artist because I am writing a book which I'm writing for years. Okay, but I do get back to it most of the times. So I just wanted a little push. I just realized that I was overthinking and that I should be enjoying this thing rather than feeling a pressure of it on me. So earlier I used to think I should have this kind of environment to speak about this, then I should have this, and then I should be uploading this content. And a lot of things like, what will people think, will people like this most, or will people like, all those strategizing thing and stuff. I am not one of those person who could do that, or I'm not even interested in it, because if I would have been interested in it, I would have done something like that. But then I just want genuine audiences to be here. And that's why when I read this book, it gave me that push. It did told me that people are out there. You just have to find them and you do that eventually. But all you have to do is you have to stay consistent, and then you have to be you. You have to be original. You don't have to pretend to be someone else, or you don't have to be, you don't have to have those particular things to make yourself grow. You do grow eventually. Now, after all this long story and what I did and what not and where I was, at the end of the day, I'm alive and I'm back to reading again. So recently, if you know, there's this bookathon uh, event going on in Crossword. Yeah, in Crossword. So I went there to get back to my old self and to be happy. Like I didn't stop visiting bookstores, to be very honest, but yeah, I didn't have the time to make content. But today I found time, and that's what I'm doing exactly. Anyway, so from Crossword I got two books, And the rest of the books that I'm going to show you in this video, which I don't have much clue about them, but I just got them because I uh, wanted to get them. I read the synopsis and I just felt like buying those books. So I got those books from used bookstall as well, which is not in Crosswood, but it's on the street if you're familiar with those things. Here are all the books that I got recently, like yesterday or maybe a day before yesterday. I got The Kite Runner by Khalid Hosseini, and who doesn't not know about this person and these books? Actually, currently I'm reading And the Mountains Echoed, again by him. So I'm on page 216, and it's just doing its work. The book is doing its work. So if you've read this work, and if you are, oh, by the way, yes, my genre, like earlier I used to read a lot of fantasies, but now my genre has changed, and I have actually started picking up more of this critical books, and I'm actually enjoying them. And if you know, I do like sad books most of the times. So, anyways, I'm happy that I'm reading this. Then maybe I'll take a break, and then after some time I'll read this. I'll just read the synopsis for you so you can decide to purchase the book. Here it goes. 12-year-old Amir is desperate to gain the approval of his father and resolves to win the local kite fighting tournament. To prove that he has the makings of a man, his loyal friend Hassan promises to help him, for he always helps Amir. But this is 1970s Afghanistan, and Hassan is merely a low caste servant who is jeered at in the street, although Amir feels jealous of his natural courage, and the place he holds in his father's heart. But neither of the boys could foresee what would happen to Hassan on the afternoon of the tournament, which was to shatter their lives. After the Russians invade and the family is forced to flee to America, Amir realizes that one day he must return to find the one thing that his new world cannot grant him: redemption. Yes, if you're a reader, you know about the story, and if you haven't read it, I know it's already on most of the readers' TBR list. It's also on mine, but I will be reading this. Next, I got And the Prophet Said by Khalil Gibran. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing it right. So it's classic. It's a classic text with newly discovered writings. I actually have one of his book, that is The Prophet. I don't know. Okay, I don't know if it's the same collection or not, but I do have one poem from it that makes me like, that one is my favorite. It's on children, I guess. Yeah, I've read that poem and I love it. And it does have pictures in it, so I guess it will be quite interesting to read this one as well as to annotate this one. I got this from Crossword. Yeah. Did I? Or did I got it from the stall? I don't know. Then I got The Beekeeper of Aleppo by Christy Leftery. I'm so bad at pronunciations. Anyways, even if my pronunciation sucks, at least you can see the picture and you know what I'm talking about. Okay? I'm sorry, guys, for being so annoying. But that's me. So I got this book from the used stall. I'm sure for this one. So actually, I saw this book many years back, and why did not purchase it, I don't know. But yeah, I got this book from the stall, and because it's a used book, I got it for half of the price, and because I bargained good, so I got this book for a lot cheaper price than anyone would get. Again, I read the synopsis over there and I just felt like getting the book, so I did. However, if you want, you can skip, obviously, but I'll read for those who want to listen to what this book is about. Nori is a beekeeper, his wife, Afra, an artist. If it's about an artist, I'm picking that book up, no matter what. Anyways, they live happily in the beautiful Syrian city of Aleppo until the unthinkable happens and they are forced to flee. But what Afra has seen is so terrible she has gone blind, and they must embark on a perilous journey through Turkey and Greece towards an uncertain future in Britain. As Nuri and Afra travel through a broken world, they must confront not only the pain of their own unspeakable loss, but dangers that would overwhelm the bravest of souls. Above all, and perhaps this is the hardest thing they face, they must journey to find each other again. I don't know why do I keep picking such sad books, but I love them so much. So I'm sure that I'm gonna like this book. Hopefully the writing just set right with me, but we'll see. Next I got The 7 Year Sleep. I think I saw this book in one of the Instagram stories of this one doctor, Dr. Cutress, I guess. And somehow I saw the same book on that stall, and I was like, I'm taking this book because I don't know, it's a sign. I saw it like twice or thrice, so I need to get this book. It's not the same genre as I have been showing you earlier, the 3 or 4 books, but this is something different, okay? Again, I'm gonna read the synopsis. If you wanna skip, you can skip. If you wanna hear, I'm reading for you. So, 6 months ago, Clementine, I hope the pronunciation is right. Clementine West had the worst day of her life. So she came up with a plan to keep her heart safe. Stay busy, work hard, take no risk, and it's been working. That is until one day she finds a strange man standing in her kitchen. A man with kind eyes, a crooked smile, and a recipe for the perfect lemon pie. The kind of man that, before everything, she could have fallen for. He's perfect. But for one thing, he lives in the past. 7 years ago, to be exact. Exact. This should be impossible, but Clementine used to love impossible things. And maybe, just maybe, she will again. How is a guy existing in the present but lives 7 years in the past? Strong storyline that I would like to read about. Next, I got One More Mountain by Deborah Ellis. I hope the pronunciation is correct. I got this from Crossword, and obviously it was like 70% off. I read the backside of the book and I got this book. However, this book is latest in the series. I think there are 4 or 5 books, and it follows the journey of this one protagonist. But I've also researched that can I read this book like as a standalone, and the internet says yes. So I'm gonna read it, and it does. It's a short read, if to be very honest. In Kabul, 15-year-old Damsa runs away to avoid, I swear if these pronunciations are wrong, I'm gonna be so embarrassed. To avoid being forced into a marriage by her family. She is held by Shauzia, who takes her to the safety of Parwana's Green Valley School. When the Taliban were defeated in 2001, Parwana and Shauzia were able to reimagine their lives, but everything changed in 2021 when the Taliban rose to power again and restricted the hard won freedoms of women and girls. With little warning, Kabul airport is shut down and danger is everywhere. And when the Taliban comes to Green Valley, Parwana and Shauzia's community faces new dangers from an old enemy as Afghanistan is once again under siege. To be very honest, when I read about the women from these areas, from these countries, I feel so much that I can't even speak. And I can't help but admire that how strong they are, and also how much they have to suffer. I see news and it's sad. It's very sad, and I just hope that the conditions get better. So, anyways, all of this, I read this, and then thinking about all of this, I got this book as well. I don't know if it's good or if it's bad. I'm reading like for the first time from this author, so we'll see. Next, I got Sally Rooney's Intermezzo. I just saw a lot of posts and people talking about it. And then the second reason is that it's a used book, as you can see from the yellow tint, but it's really in a good condition. And I was getting it for half of the price, so I did got this book. I have no idea what this book is about. I think I'll just read it as a surprise read. I don't want to search internet, I don't want to do anything, but I'll just read it as it is. If with this video I find the actual readers and they want me to do a review on this or to do a vlog, whatever, I just need some motivation to do videos. But yeah, then I'll think about it. Such arrogance. I mean, I'll obviously do this on demand of my reader friends, okay? So this was the last book that I got, and I did show you what I'm currently reading. But there is also this one thing that I got yesterday, and it's so cute. So basically, it's beautiful. What are you? Are you a coffee lover or a chai lover? I'm both actually. Anyways, so I got the sticky notes, which are actually really cute, and I got it from Uniseol, I think, from the mall. And this is cute. You can't tell me that it's not cute. This, oh my god, this is actually cute. Okay, so I couldn't resist, and I got it for like 120 or 19 something. And obviously, I'm gonna use this as bookmarks. I mean, the stickers that are used for annotation. But this is cute. Okay, so I got this, a cute little stationery. This was all. I hope you were happy to see me come back again to YouTube, because I am happy to talk again. However, this all feels a little bit awkward to get back to this, but I'm loving it as at the same time. Maybe I'll put up a review when I read these books. My Instagram is always there, and I'm posting there constantly, more than here. You can follow me on Instagram. Yeah, and thank you for watching this video till the end. If you watched this till the end and you're still sitting here looking at me, watching me, and listening to me, I'm so glad that you exist. I'm grateful for you. If you're not a reader but you're still watching this, start reading your books. What you're doing, be a reader. Just read. So I'll see you in my next video. Till then, take care, guys, and bye bye.